Yo, what's going on, guys? This is my World Cup match day 2 recap. I'm gonna go over like all the games from the World Cup match day 2 so far. And I'm gonna give my thoughts on the game. I just finished watching the Portugal game versus Uruguay, and Portugal came away with a 2-0 win. So I'm gonna go over some of these games. And yeah, just tell my general thoughts about them. I didn't watch all of them, but but yeah, we're gonna look at some of the scenarios and everything. But yeah, so I haven't uploaded in a while. It's been like months since I last uploaded, but I thought to myself, why not just come back during the World Cup? Because it's like the biggest sporting event in the world, probably. Um so yeah, I'm back, and I'm gonna I guess I'll continue to do these videos. Let's go. Oh, what's up, Raphael? What's up? Veer, hi. What's up? Hello. Welcome to the stream. Um, but yeah, I think yeah, we're gonna go over this. I'm gonna share my screen. So I got this right here. These are all the results from from all the games. So yeah, match day 2. So yeah, match day 2. It started on Friday. It was a good good few games. I didn't watch a lot of the games, but for match day 1, I guess I'll skip that. I mean, I can just scroll through those results and say what was interesting. This was a good opening match last week. Ecuador versus Qatar. Qatar is out of the World Cup. The first host nation, I think, to get knocked out like in the group stage. They did not deserve to be in the World Cup at all. But yeah, so Ecuador did good there. This was an interesting day. Yeah, USA. Obviously, I'm gonna be supporting US in this one. Yeah, I'm gonna be supporting the US, and yeah, 1-1 here. And then yeah, this was a shocker. Saudi Arabia versus Argentina. Saudi Arabia beat Messi and Argentina. That was shocking at the time, but Argentina did win this match week, which we'll go over shortly. And then yeah, Japan had an upset against Germany. That was huge. There was yeah, and then this one, Spain, Costa Rica, they they absolutely destroyed them. And then yeah, okay, so yeah, those are some of the interesting results I thought were interesting from last match. I wasn't able to do a video then. I didn't really feel like it, but yeah, now I'm back, I guess. And yeah, what would be some of your thoughts on Spain? Says Rafa. Yeah, Spain, man. I think yeah, they play well. They won. I mean, right here. Where was it? They beat Costa Rica 7-0. I mean, that was a very convincing performance. And then they won. Yes, I mean they tied yesterday, so they were good yesterday. I think just Germany was able to get that goal. So yeah, I think with Spain, I think they have a great team. They have a good midfield. They have a good midfield. They have some good goal scorers, and yeah, they have a good all around team. I think, and I think they'll get to the round of 16 pretty easily if they can just win their next game. I forget who they're playing next. I think they play. Yeah, I don't know who they play next. I think it's Japan. I think they play next. So yeah, I think they should be able to beat Japan, and move on to the round of 16 and get out of their group. So yeah. Um. Yeah, I guess we should start on Friday. So these are the first games. Iran versus Wales. That's a huge win for Iran after getting destroyed by England in the first match day. That's huge for them. We're gonna look at the table after this, but yeah, that's huge for them. Senegal eliminated Qatar from the World Cup. Netherlands drawed with Ecuador. That was good. I watched that game, I think, for a little bit. That was pretty entertaining. That was a good one. This guy Enter Valencia on Ecuador is a good player. Yeah, he scored all three of their Ecuador's goals this whole World Cup. So he's been playing really well. I don't know what his status is because I know he got injured, but I'm hoping he's okay because he's Ecuador's like best player, and he's probably like one of their only chances of getting through because they have a tough group. They're in a difficult group. Um, and then we have because Senegal and Netherlands, those are the two teams I'd expect to advance in that group. But I think Ecuador is they're on 4 points, so they could I think they'll somehow get out of the group. And then yeah, I think they'll somehow. And then England versus USA, this one was so hyped up. All the hype. But it was just a nil game. It wasn't even. It was a pretty entertaining game. I will say that. I think that the US played really well. Did the lineups for Spain come out yet for the upcoming match? No, I think usually they come out an hour before the game. So I don't know when Spain plays next. I think it's like Yeah, I don't know when we'll see. Let's see. I'll check. They play on Thursday, so at 1 p.m. on Thursday, that's when the lineups come. So an hour ahead of time. But yeah. So like I was saying, yeah, the England versus USA game was a good one. I think Argentina's better than Portugal. Nope, that's not true. But yeah, that was a good game, and I think the USA dominated England. They played so much better. Considering England is a very like soccer nation, that's like their sport basically. You know, the US has basketball, American football, but England has soccer, and we drew with them, and we play better than them. So I think it's safe to say the U.S. Does look good. The thing is, they just haven't gotten a win, and it's all at stake tomorrow. If they lose against Iran tomorrow, which would be just very disappointing. If they lose tomorrow, then they're done in the World Cup. If they win, it's simple. They go through. So, big game for them tomorrow. But yeah, it's a bit concerning. They did draw 2-1 against Wales. They should have beat Wales for sure. But this draw against England was huge, and it's very positive. It's a very positive result. Tunisia versus Australia. Australia gets the win. That was nice. I didn't watch this game. It was at like 5 a.m. A lot of these games have been at like 5 a.m. In the U.S. We have France, Denmark, and then oh yeah, I watched Poland. I watched Argentina versus Mexico. That was a Messi. Messi came back. Argentina came back. If they had lost this game, they would have been out. If yeah, they if Argentina lost, they would have been out, and they delivered against Mexico. Mexico's just not looking good at all. It's unfortunate. Yeah, Mexico. I think they're on 1 point because they drew their first game and they lost their second, so they're on 1 point. It's not looking good for them. They were not like prepared going into the tournament either. But yeah, Saudi Arabia loses to Poland, so that's a big win for Poland after I think they lost or drew. I forget. I I think they I don't know. I don't remember if they lost or drew their first game. I believe they. Oh yeah, they drew with. I think they drew with Mexico if I'm not mistaken. But this is a good bounce back result. In Saudi Arabia, after getting that huge winning against Argentina, just somehow loses against Poland. But yeah, and then we have Japan versus Costa Rica, and this is another thing. I mean, Costa Rica somehow just they beat them 1-0, and Costa Rica lost like what 7 like nothing to Spain, and then they just somehow come back beat Japan. Who Japan beat Germany. Like this is crazy. The World Cup, you can get any type of results. This was all yesterday, so yeah, Japan loses there. That's a big loss for them. Morocco pulled off a big upset against Belgium. I was watching that game. That was that was a big upset. And then Canada was playing good against Croatia, but Canada's now eliminated. Unfortunately, they're eliminated. They haven't won a game. They lost both games. So yeah, they're now eliminated. And Canada's out. So, and I know it's just 4 goals, but 2 of those goals came in the end of the game, like last 10 minutes. I think Canada played pretty well for the first half of the game. After that, it was just they scored their goal. It was like after 1 minute into the game by Alfonso Davies. But after that, in the second half, just weren't able to deliver. Rafa said, I want to see both Argentina and Portugal just lose too much for the two teams. Too much hype for the two teams. Yeah. What team are you rooting for? I'm rooting for I'm rooting for the U.S. But if the U.S. doesn't go through, I'm probably gonna have to go for Portugal because Ronaldo's on there. He's probably one of my favorite players. And I like a few players from that team that like on Manchester. Some of them are on Manchester United, so that's my club team. So I'll just go for them. And then also, yeah, I like I like quite a few players on that team, so I'd probably just pull for them. I just got done watching that game, Portugal versus Uruguay, right here. There was a good game. And in the end, just 2 goals from Bruno Fernandez. That was a great performance by him. 2 goals, delivering, getting the penalty in the last few minutes, and then obviously putting it across to Ronaldo, which was at first counted as Ronaldo's goal, but then eventually they saw Ronaldo didn't even touch the ball, and then it was just put in by Bruno. So that was a great cross by Bruno Fernandez. And yeah, Portugal has officially qualified, and then they're now on 6 points. So that was a huge win for them. And then Ghana versus South Korea. I was watching this game a little bit earlier. And yeah, this was a very entertaining game. Like I tuned in right when the score was about 2-0. Ghana was up 2-0 against South Korea. And within like 2 minutes, South Korea, this guy, I forget his name. You can click on this. I forgot the goal scorer's name. Yeah, Cho Guis Sung. Um He just pulls off 2 goals like within 3 minutes he pulled off 2 goals, and then yeah, but unfortunately, literally this guy Mohamed Kudus, he right after 7 minutes later he wins it for Ghana, and they go on to win 3-2. So that was like and very entertaining game, high scoring. Um, and yeah, it's just that's pretty crazy. Um, that's pretty crazy that happened. I think yeah, Ghana. This is a huge win for them. Huge win. Because now Uruguay is probably at the bottom. So I think the favorites to get out of the group now to go on to the knockout stage are Portugal and Ghana. This is a huge win for them. And yeah, Cameroon versus Serbia. That was a good game. This is probably one of the best games of the tournament so far too. I saw 2 of the goals. I think when I woke up earlier today, because this game was at 5 a.m. So I woke up and then I was watching it a little bit right before I had to go to school, but it was Cameroon was down 2-1. They were down 3-1. I checked the goals, and so Cameroon scored 1-0. That was the first goal of the game, and then Serbia went 3-1 up. They scored 3, and then Cameroon brought on this dude called like what's his name? Abubakar. Yeah. They brought this dude on. He was like AFCON's top scorer this year. He was the top scorer in the AFCON Africa Cup of Nations tournament earlier this year. He led Cameroon to the semifinals. He came off the bench and he provides an assist and a goal to get the point for Cameroon. That's huge for them. I don't know if anyone expected them to get out of their group. That's huge for them, and I'm sure they'll be happy with that result. And then we have Brazil, Switzerland. I didn't watch this game at all really, but Brazil had a great. Yeah, I guess I don't know. I mean, I can't say much. Brazil gets the 1-0 win. I know Casemiro scored, and I know Neymar's out for a few games, so that's unfortunate for them. But yeah, this is a huge win. I think this qualifies them because they won their first game, and then yeah, this qualifies them. They're on 6 points, so now they'll. I think the Brazil are the favorites to win the tournament. I still think they will. Um, but yeah, that's big for them, and they're through to the round of 16. And it's gonna be exciting to watch them play more. And then yeah, so we have some good games coming up. Iran versus US. This is a huge game. Huge, a lot on the line for the US here. Yeah, let's look at the I guess we'll look at this. So Netherlands is top of their their group with Ecuador in second, Senegal close in third, and then Qatar. So I think yeah, these two teams are going at it, Ecuador and Senegal. So whoever wins this game is in. If Senegal win this game, then they are in. They're in. They're into the round of 16. If Ecuador win, they're automatically in. This is a huge game. Netherlands is I don't think. Oh, it depends. I think yeah, Netherlands is pretty much already qualified, but I think there could be a scenario where there's a scenario if Netherlands lose to Qatar and Senegal win, then Netherlands are out of the tournament. So that's a very I don't see Qatar beating the Netherlands really, but it's a likely situation that could happen. And yeah, so yeah, Qatar they might be looking to like make the Netherlands chances go down. I think even if the Netherlands draw, if they draw, then they're in. But they just don't want to lose because if they do lose and Senegal beats Ecuador, they could potentially if Senegal beats Ecuador, they could potentially miss out. But this is a very slim chance that happens. Um, but yeah, it's a slim chance that happens. We'll see. We'll see if it actually happens. Um, but yeah, that's interesting there. Okay, then this is an interesting one. Like I was saying before, Iran versus the USA, and then England versus Wales. Wales is not yet eliminated; they can still make it if they beat England tomorrow. And um, I think oh yeah, US has to beat Iran, and England. Wales has to score a number of goals. If you guys don't know already, goal difference is like goal difference is basically what they count on. So if let's say a team is tied within points, for example, right here. Um, Yeah, see right here. Argentina has 3 points, and so does Saudi Arabia. If the group just ended right now, Argentina would go through because their goal difference is higher than Saudi Arabia's, which is -1. Because you can see here, these are goals scored and then goals like against them. So that's what contributes to the goal difference. So it all depends on that for a lot of these scenarios. And I think yeah. So if the U.S. wins and Wales win, then Wales needs to score a number of goals. First of all, it's gonna be very. It's unlikely that Wales gets in because they need to score a number of goals. Well, yeah, and they need to score a number of goals in order to get in. If Iran wants to stay in, all they can have to do is simply win. It's not going to be that hard, obviously, but they just have to win here. Um, if the USA versus Iran game is a tie, that would put Iran ahead of the US. Um, yeah, because they have 3 points. So if Iran ties with the US, that's 4 points for Iran and three for the US. Um, so I think that I think a tie basically eliminates the US as well. That would be very unfortunate. Because then if Wales win, you even get eliminated there. So the US, this is a must-win game. You can't even tie the game, which is that's just US is somehow gonna finish bottom. I mean, I don't know. Wales seems like they might finish bottom, but yeah, England just has to win here. And it's just all you had to do is get one win in this tournament. If you don't get one win, then you're basically on. Iran being ahead of the U.S. is a big problem because the U.S. if the U.S. does draw, they'll still be 1 point behind Iran, and Iran is basically in that eliminates the U.S. So yeah, yeah, because if yeah, that's yeah. If okay, so if the U.S. draws, then they're out. Okay, next we got Poland, Argentina, Saudi Arabia, Mexico. Okay. So we got Argentina versus Poland. That should be interesting. And then Saudi versus Mexico. Um yeah, I don't know if like okay, let's see. So Argentina, they have to do is get a win here. That's all they have to do. And then Poland, same for them. They just have to get a win or a yeah, so if the for Poland to get eliminated, Argentina would have to win their game, and then Saudi Arabia would beat Mexico, and then they're in. So Saudi Arabia or Argentina win. Either if Poland, Argentina, or Saudi Arabia win, then they're automatically in. But that's not gonna happen because Argentina and Poland are playing each other. So only two of those teams really can go through. And then Mexico's still in this too, but it's very unlikely. I'd say they can if they win, they'll be on 4 points. So they need Poland to knock off Argentina for them because Poland's basically already in. I'd say. Um, but yeah, they haven't officially clinched it. If Saudi Arabia wins, that would be huge. That would yeah, but I don't know. I don't feel confident in Mexico's team. They haven't really been that good this World Cup. France, Australia. France is already in. They look really good. Australia. Oh, this is interesting here. So I think Australia's playing Denmark. So yeah, this is gonna be an interesting one there. I feel like Denmark's gonna win and they'll move on, and it will be France and Denmark, the two teams that move on. Okay, this is the probably the best group in the tournament. We have Spain. So nobody's clinched it yet. If Costa Rica or Japan win, then they're in. I think Japan plays Spain. So if Spain, I think yeah, Spain wins, they're in as well. If Spain draws, even I think yeah, if Spain draws, then they're in. Germany, it's not looking good for them. For the teams that are on 1 point, it's really just not looking good at all for them. Um, but yeah, Spain, I just don't see them not. I because if they just get a draw against Japan, which I think they can do, they can. They already have a really high goal difference of 7, so I think they're fine. And then Japan, I don't know. I feel like Germany plays Costa Rica. I think they'll win that game, so they'll be on 4 points. So yeah, Germany. I mean, it's not if Spain can beat Japan for Germany and Germany wins, then Germany's automatically in. So that they'll be on 4 points. So it's not that far off for Germany. I think it could definitely happen then. Now looking at this, it could definitely happen. That they are in the round of 16, but yeah, Croatia. Yeah, this group. So Canada's already out. So it's between Croatia and Morocco, and then or Croatia, Morocco, and Belgium. So this is a big game. I think it's Belgium versus Croatia. That's a big game. Two of the highest ranked teams, and then Morocco versus Canada. I think Morocco. I think needs to win this game. I feel like it might end in a draw or something like that. But yeah, Croatia versus Belgium. The winner of that or the whoever wins in that will be huge for them. They'll be clinch round 16. Um, but yeah, interesting there. Okay, so for this one, Brazil's already in. Switzerland is in a good position, and Cameroon and Serbia are both on 1 point. So I think Switzerland plays Serbia and Brazil plays Cameroon. So I think Brazil will win. And that will probably eliminate Cameroon. That will eliminate Cameroon. Serbia just has to win against Switzerland, but if Switzerland gets a draw, then they will they will move on. So yeah, this is my prediction for this one. I think Brazil and Switzerland are gonna go through. And then finally, Group H, we have Portugal, Ghana, South Korea, and Uruguay. So Portugal's already in, so there's only spot for one more team. So Portugal, it's gonna be Ghana versus Uruguay. Now this is a very infamous match, like back in like the 2010 World Cup. I think it was like Suarez. Um, Suarez had this controversy with Ghana when he got the red card and saved Uruguay by doing a handball, even though he's not even a goalkeeper. But wait, isn't Qatar already disqualified, so they actually won't play the Netherlands? Well, the game still has to happen, but yeah, they're already disqualified. They're already disqualified, but the game still happens because each team plays 3 games. So yeah, so the game versus the Netherlands is not not put off. Yeah. So yeah, I think Ghana's in a good position here because they got they got a good win today, huge win today. Um, but South Korea plays Portugal. That might be difficult for them. So South Korea's in kind of a tough position here. But Uruguay can very much do it if they can just beat Ghana. They'll if just a win for them, they'll be in. So unless South Korea does win against Portugal, which I find kind of unlikely, but I don't know. Um, Considering how they weren't great today in today's game against Ghana, but yeah, I think Uruguay. I think they win against Ghana potentially. If Ghana, I think Ghana Uruguay didn't look that good against Portugal though. So I'm kind of overrating Uruguay right now. I feel like Ghana might get a draw there. So I think Portugal and Ghana will move on, and that would be a big blow for Uruguay as they were probably the favorites with Portugal to get out of this group. And this is a very good group. But yeah, I could see Ghana actually getting out getting out of this group. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Went over everything. News. Uh Yeah, not much. I guess, but yeah, maybe I'll do another video like previewing some games. But yeah, I'll be back probably with another one. Because I have taken a long break, like a few months break from this videos and stuff. So maybe I'll return. But um, but yeah, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed watching, and yeah, it's been a pretty interesting and entertaining World Cup so far. It only happens every like 4 years. Um, but yeah, I'm enjoying it, and hopefully, we get some more good moments and in going into the round of 16. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.